the engineering side of things. And every Wednesday, we do our Weed Wednesday segment. We love it. We have fun with it. We learn. We were not able to get Lizzie with her situation regarding the whole gummies yet. Maybe we'll do it Friday. I like teasing people when we come to that, though. That's for sure. If we all just relaxed a little bit, would it help? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But
we'll feel better.
We do our Weed Wednesday segments, and we love doing it when we get a chance. Today, we're joined by our good friend, our new friend, Josh White with Greenlight. He is a GM of the new store that's coming in. Hey, Josh, welcome in, my friend. We appreciate it. You've got you've got your new store coming up in Rock Hill. Where are we getting you live today?
Yes, sir. Bringing it to you live from the store right now here in the beautiful Rock Hill. Walgreens, right here, Courtright and Manchester Avenue. I got incredible news for you guys today. I actually just got the call yesterday on my off day. We did get approved yesterday. So nothing but good news here after Memorial Day. Trying to get the store filled to the brim with products for you guys, but currently it's a little bit on a standstill. Got some things coming in the doors today, but super, super excited to get these shelves stocked up for you guys. Can't wait to have everybody in.
Josh White from Greenlight giving us an idea of what's going on. Okay, every Wednesday we talk with, or we have been talking with the general manager, talking with one of your stores. You guys are the biggest dispensary, largest amount of stores in the state, the best prices, best products. We've been dealing with that. We've seen it. I had a chance to go into one of your stores last week. I was amazed at the amount of people that came in early in the day just trying to learn about all the possible things that can be done. I met two guys in your store who talked about utilizing marijuana now through talking to certain people and study, not just momentarily, and we're going to change this, changing from pharma drugs and getting help with natural products.
Yes, absolutely. I do feel like you see that more and more. And as I start to dive into research, I've actually done a little bit more research on the younger generation nowadays. And it seems not only are people moving away from pharmaceuticals, but people are also kind of pulling away from alcohol in the newer generations and moving towards cannabis to use it as a more social experience, to go out and be able to enjoy themselves a little bit more without having to deal with that hangover the next day, without having to deal with something that is, slowly going to hurt your body. Obviously, the ingestion and consumption of cannabis has some ups and downs to it. But when you're talking about the gummy side of things, when you're looking at things like CBD, things like that, tons of medical benefits.
Josh King joining us today. We love it when we're getting the inside look at the store, my friend. I love talking with you too.
Absolutely.
We're learning so much. What do you start to see in regards to really popular products here as the summer hits us?
Oh, we have a wide array of summer products, and kind of varies on a couple different things. I know one of the things that you were kind of mentioning as I was coming on today was the gummies. One of the cool things about gummies is there is actually a bunch of different brands and a bunch of different ways that you can make these gummies. One of my favorite brands that I like to talk about, a nationally recognized brand here, is Wana. So what Wana does is they use pectin instead of gelatin in their gummies. Pectin is pulled from plant, generally pulled from the peel of the plant. And what they do, it's a fibrous material that they then use instead of like the fatty or bone from animals where it's boiled down, turned into gelatin, and then they use that in a gummy. With pectin, these guys do not melt. You can leave them in your car all day long.
Gelatin is not good for you.
That is correct. That is correct. It is not good for you. And what you see nowadays is a lot of these companies are moving to pectin. And another one of those incredible companies is Smokies, which I'm sure you guys have heard about. It's one of our favorites here. We love Smokies. Great people, great product. Tons and tons of different flavors: green apple, watermelon, blackberry, peach. They even have a tropical, which is really, really good for summertime. So with them using pectin, it just makes it to where you can take these, you can carry them around with you, you can have them in the vehicle, you can take them poolside, and you don't have to worry about them melting. Whereas those gelatin ones, if you have them in a bag, you keep them in your car. There were several issues that we had first couple of years we were open during medical where people are bringing in these jars of gummies and it's just a puck at the bottom of the jar. Like, what is going on here? And, it's education, explaining to those people, yeah, absolutely. If you like those gummies, here's another option that we have for you. these guys aren't going to melt in the car. So you can ride around with these all summer and not have to worry about it.
Talking with Josh King, the general manager of the new Greenlight Dispensary store that will be in Rock Hill. As you were coming on, for people who may be joining us right now, can you remind us again where that store location is and when it will be open so people can get in there and learn and take care of all of their needs?
Yes, absolutely. We are, I come hop off 6440 right at McKnight, hook a right onto Manchester Road. We're right here at the corner of Manchester and Courtright. Can't miss it, across from the Walgreens. Nice little shopping center tucked in between a bank and Papa John's.
And right by Nacho Mama. So if anybody,
That is, yeah. And we are right next door to Hacienda, which everybody
I
knows and
love
loves
Hacienda.
Hacienda.
Yes,
So we are right next door to those guys. Very happy about that. Very
I
happy.
love it.
Hey, what are some of the questions that you're starting to get more so that you think that people need to know about, whether it's somebody who's new to learning about the marijuana industry and what products are there to help them with what they deal with in everyday life, or if it's from somebody who might be a little bit more experienced? I'm just curious because it gives people an idea of, hey, listen, I'm not alone. These questions are being asked.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of times. So currently, up until this store opened, I worked at our Berkeley location. I've been with the company for 2 years since the day the doors opened. I've been here with us, and I've fought all kinds of different questions, concerns. For the new customer who is experiencing cannabis for maybe the first time or the first time in a long time, cannabis has evolved so much over the years that somebody who smoked what would be referred to as Reggie nowadays, or even back then a cheap sack of weed, they're trying to figure out, well, what does all this stuff do? Because now it's gotten so scientific to the point where we have these terpenes and these terpene charts, and well, you have limonene and you have carotene, and people are like, what are these things? What does this mean? And what I tell people lots of times is, well, what effect are you looking for, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to keep in mind that cannabis is still a depressant. So while you have sativas and things like that, cannabis, generally speaking, isn't one of those things that's going to just completely invigorate you. Now, you might have something that will give you a little bit more focus, or you might have something that'll take the edge off a little bit more. And so, for that first time user, it's really trying to pinpoint exactly what they're trying to draw from their experience. And lots of times I feel like it's, lots of times it leans towards the hybrid side of things, or if they have an ailment, pain relief, something like that. Generally speaking, I'll try to guide them towards something on the indica side of things. Not to say that you can't get pain relief from sativas, but generally speaking, indicas are where you're going to get a lot of that real strong pain relief.
And on the comment line, somebody asked, do you have nighttime indica products?
Yes, absolutely. So robots, they are a gelatin gummy. I will note that first. They are one of our most popular nighttime gummies. I don't have a display box here with me, as we're still slowly getting product in over here to get these doors open for you guys. But they are one of our top selling nighttime products. And what they do is they combine CBN and melatonin with that THC to not only kind of help you get to sleep, but also stay asleep through that evening. And there are a couple different options that we offer in that, but that's one of our top sellers by far.
When it comes to the products that you guys are offering, why is the product line there so much better than where you're going to find somewhere else? I mean, let's say you have somebody that's listening in the Chesterfield, Missouri area, but they would want to come to you guys into Greenlight. Why? The reason I felt it, I can't imagine bud tenders and GMs being better than what you guys have.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, one thing that we definitely pride ourselves on here is our education. Everybody in our stores, from top down, is educated as we can possibly be. Not to say that every day I'm not still learning new things, as are the bud tenders, because we're in a market that is constantly evolving, whether it be with flower, whether it be with edibles. But the reason why that is because, we've taken extensive training, and not only that, but we have all these different brands and these brand representatives. They come in, they do pop-ups, they educate us on their products. We sometimes will do, educational classes prior to the doors opening, or even while they're there, from the prices to the experience that you get while you're in here, to the knowledge that the bud tenders have. I mean, across the board, I think Greenlight is just winning on all aspects.
And we wanted to let people know we're showing you a coupon right now. You can download this coupon. You can take it into a Greenlight dispensary. They know that the business is coming from canceltheshow.com throughout the partners. That's the promo code right there that we show for you. You can just download it, take it in, let them know. And then, of course, you can find your product and get educated on what you have there. There's so many great products, so many things, so many options to help you no matter what part of the day you need help with, no matter what kind of physical ailment you may have, what you're just looking for when it comes to just experiencing and using something that's natural at the same point in time. Um,
Absolutely.
what about what about we talk about gummies for the summer? Is there a product right now that's maybe surprising you or other general managers with how popular it has become? We get that flour is the end all and it's super
Yeah.
popular, but anything that people are asking about that's interesting. The reason I ask is maybe it opens up a light or shines a light on something else that somebody may not have thought about.
Yeah, absolutely. So recently I was speaking, I had a family get together over the weekend for Memorial Day, and I was speaking with one of my uncles, kind of going over some pain that he was having in his legs. And he's ex-military, hasn't really used a whole lot of cannabis in his life, talks about some not Vietnam stories, things like that. We used to smoke it back then, etc. I actually kind of went over with him the Mary's medicinal products. I think that line of products is a really great line to highlight because they are non-consumption products. So you don't actually consume them, you don't drink them, you don't eat them, you don't smoke them. These are all transdermal products, so everything is used on the skin. They've been in business for several years now. I believe they originated out of Colorado. But what they do is they specialize in transdermal uses. So whether it be the 1-to-1 compound, which I believe is 500 milligrams, it's 1-to-1. So for every 1 part THC, it'll have 1 part CBD. Something like that is incredibly good for hands, whether you're using it for joint pain, whether you're using it for your knees or your legs or just aches, ailments, body, shoulders. It penetrates straight through that skin and gets right to where that zone is hurting. They also offer some really incredible pain patches, which I personally love. Several different ones from just your indica and sativa patches. They're 20 milligrams a piece. They cost $10 a patch. We have indica, sativa, CBN, which is your nighttime, your snooze one. We also have a 1-to-1 with THC and CBD. So all kinds of different pain patches, which normally are applied to like your wrist where you have tons of open veins. And then also like the top of the foot is a great place, which is what I prefer because I throw it on the top of my foot. It lasts 8 to 12 hours. I throw a sock on over it and I literally forget it's there half the time. I wake up in the morning the next day and I hop in the shower and look down just to find that I never took it off. So it is incredible. The products are awesome, and I've had great success with them myself for someone who has a lower pain threshold to selling to some of my normal regular customers who have high pain thresholds who buy them 10 at a time.
And Josh, can you talk to us about the testing methods? Because I know there are so many people who are so worried, oh, I'm going to go buy this product. I don't know what's in it. It could be dirty. It could be have chemicals in it, but there's a very strict testing process that takes place before these products make their way out onto your shelves.
Yes, absolutely. So what's really cool about most of these products now, and it didn't start off like this when Med launched, but most of these products nowadays, I unfortunately don't have any live product as we just got approved yesterday. I only have displays, so I don't have anything with QR codes on it for you.
We'll have you
But
back.
lots of products will have these little QR codes on them. This one's just to learn more about product. But what they will do, and especially for flour, is they will put a QR code on there. And you can scan that QR code, and it will show you the entire certificate of analysis. It'll show you everything that it was tested for, and then it passed all of those tests with flying colors, whether it be for pesticides, for the amount of liquid that's in the flour, from the terpenes. It's going to list everything from A to Z on that page for you and show you everything that the lab saw when it originally tested that flour or product, which I find incredible. It
It is
kind of makes
because
it null and void.
I agree completely because I'll tell you what, I wish they did with that with our food that we get in the grocery stores, right?
Oh my
And
Yep.
gosh, yeah, great
I
point.
know the testing process that takes place. And, so many things are certified organic, and there's just so much you guys go through to make sure you have quality products.
Yeah, absolutely. And we don't want to have anything but the best products for you guys. The last thing that we want to do is put a product that hasn't been tested properly in somebody's hands. And luckily, the back end of the state, Metric, all these guys do a really good job of keeping a hold of that. And if anything is found to be odd or something seems off, things are immediately vaulted, and then that item is put into quarantine, which we cannot sell, we cannot touch, we cannot move. It is stuck in our vault until that situation is handled. So they do a really good job of, when they do find things that have had issues with it, they're immediately flagged, pulled, and we are no longer able to sell them. And then they go into an investigation on their own.
Talking with General Manager Josh King from Greenlight Dispensary, has a new location opening up over in Rock Hill. We had a question. Will somebody be able to pass a random drug test, or he says piss test, if they use those knee patches?
Most likely not. It is a very low dose, so you would have to be very careful. I am not a medical professional or a lawyer in any sense, so I can't recommend to or against. But I would be very careful, tread lightly around those things, because while it is a low dose, that cannabis does still get into your bloodstream. So very tedious situation there. I would tread lightly.
Yeah, we get it. Josh, anything else you want to leave us with today in regards to just reminding people when you're going to be open and when they can come into your store?
Absolutely. So we're actually getting one of our first deliveries in today. It won't be enough to have these shelves fully stocked, but I'd say come the end of the week, we should have a much better idea of when we'll be open. As soon as I get off the call with you guys today, I'll be getting these shelves full of some product, and then we have some more deliveries coming on through the end of the week as well. Hoping to be open by Monday at the absolute latest. Just waiting to get this product in for you guys. Feel free to call in to us at any point in time. 844-STL-WEED, and we can get you guys some answers.
Excellent.
We appreciate it. Josh King, my friend. I look forward to catching up with you again. You're good at this stuff. Keep talking, keep educating, and start selling.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Vic. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on. Don't forget, we do have 3 St. Louis locations open now. Berkeley, 4451 Brown Road, right off of Natural Bridge, right outside the airport. Beautiful location. 517 South Florissant in Ferguson, Missouri. And we do have our one over off of Chippewa and Watson. Great crews at all 3 of those stores. Please don't hesitate to come in and ask those questions that you've been waiting to ask. We'd love to educate you.
And number 4 coming next week. Josh, have a great day, my friend.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, Greenlight Dispensary, like talking about them. It's very interesting. Every week we continue to learn more and more about what's actually happening with everything in the marijuana industry. And of course, Greenlight leading the way with everything that's happening right now.
And you had such good questions, things I wouldn't even know to ask. You had
Yeah.
such great questions.
Oh, yeah, because
today.
and I got my hi hat on.
You do.
And by the way, if
Yeah.
you go to their website, you can purchase their gear. You can purchase the hats like they have, and you can also purchase the all the products, the shirts, the hats, you name it. Can we show the coupon again, Joe, so that people can see what they can get right there?
And you can scan that QR code right off of your screen if you would like. And I know we mentioned, some of our listeners mentioned they're going to be heading on out there to pick up some products soon. So now would be your time to scan your code.
And yeah, we've already had people who are going out, checking out, and let them know when you go out there that you heard about them at canceltheshow.com, so that they know that the money that they put into us and what we're doing helps them out as well. And that's what we're all trying to do from that standpoint.